could seem tough.
2020's been really intense.
In a year like this,
My wife, she lost her job for about 4 months.
to find room for thanks.
My mom tested positive for COVID. That hit pretty hard. She didn't pass away, but getting the diagnosis was enough for me.
And yet, there is always room.
How has 2020 been for you?
Awful.
Liz Fraser of Atlanta is a proud mother and grandmother.
I have a great big house, and I'm usually the matriarch, and our house is usually really full at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
This year, the house will be almost empty. But that's okay.
What are you thankful for this year?
Grateful that we're alive and healthy. You know, I know a lot of people don't have the option of being at home and taking it easy. We know what's important. We may not be able to enjoy them like we used to, but it sure does tell you what's important.
Our blessings, our privileges are now ever more present.
What are you thankful for?
Being alive and surviving.
I've got my family, I've got my health.
Life itself, I think sometimes we take that for granted.
A few months back, Tamara Marable lost her grandfather, Jimmy. He didn't die of COVID, but COVID kept him apart from the ones he loved.
We couldn't be around him when he went into the hospital, so even though it wasn't a COVID-related illness, it still affected us being there in those final moments with him.
Still, gratitude comes easily.
Grateful for the healthcare workers that were there and understanding. Life this year has all been altered, where we all had to make adjustments and just kind of rely on each other.
For many, the gaze has turned inward.
Despite what's going on in the world, we can still help people.
I mean, I appreciate even just small things like days like this in Atlanta. Kind of feel like things are normal, but they're still not there yet, right?
What once was normal can feel miles in the past.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for this little booger. He's the best thing that's ever happened.
Madison McClendon gave birth to her first child, Alexander, weeks before the world around her shut down.
It was scary. You want to be able to take your kid out and do all the normal things. When the hurricane hit, I think it was Hurricane Zeta, the tree itself fell a foot away from our home where we sleep at night. And we've been staying with our in-laws right now, and we're just very lucky to even have a place to stay.
A baby right before a pandemic.
Yeah.
A tree falls on your house.
Yeah.
And yet you seem incredibly thankful.
We're all alive and healthy. It's really all you can ask for.
Turns out it's not so tough. When so much is removed, when so much is at stake, what's important becomes clear.
For me, it wasn't actually hard. It was a little bit easier to find the positives because it forced me to seek positives.
We move forward. We stay grateful.
In spite of all of this, there's still a lot of good that is going on. It gives you hope that people are still trying to make sure this world is a really beautiful place.